Welcome to the Shortwave radio channel, and I'm going to tune the amateur bands a little bit, tune some single sideband signals on the Tecsun H-501X, and see what's on the bands. High noise level, higher than usual, and I think a lot of it has to do with the Christmas decorations from the neighbors. Lots of it is flashy LED lights, and that is always kind of bad. So to tune on the H501, of course you have fine tuning, but that would be very long as it's a very only 10 hertz at a time. So what I do is I start with the main tuning, and of course we're in lower sideband. Why? Because we're on the 40 meter band, which is lower sideband. And then if I need, I'll fine tune with this. Before doing so, you can of course go and calibrate the receiver. So you can go and choose one of the frequencies of WV. Let's see if 5 is better. So here we go. Or maybe even 7850. Do I have CHU? CHU is an upper sideband. 3330 we could also use. So what you want to have is a matching tone. So in AM mode, listen to the tone and go and get the same tone. That sounds very natural. Press USB and hold it. Maybe a little off. There we go. How close is this to the official tone? See? A little more. I think this is going to be perfect. There we go. Now let's put the tone in AM. Let's try it with the tones again. You got to match the tone as much as possible from AM to upper sideband. Sounds pretty much the same. Now I'm going to go tune some hams, because I know that I am pretty close to the main frequency now. Of course, lower sideband for 40 meters. Let's tune around. Using the MLA30 outdoor loop on the Tecsun H-501X. So anything interesting? Quiet bands tonight. Very quiet on 40 meters. Actually, there might be some geomagnetic activity happening. Let's do the same, but let's try 4000 and go down for the 80 meter band, which is also lower sideband.
Temperature's going to be warm, and it can take the snow away. It's better than me moving it, so I like the rain. When it's warm like this, it saves me a lot of work. Not just filling up our ponds and stuff in here. And I just do inside stuff. I got plenty to do. But I went to town today. I was running around from 10 o'clock till about 4. And I got a bunch of stuff done, a couple doctor's appointments and all this and that, groceries, got rid of my recyclables and all that kind of stuff.
Only thing missing on the H501X would be an AGC, a certain slope on the AGC to punch less, but it's still good. You can actually cope with it by lowering the strength of the signal when they're very strong. As you can see, the signals when they're a little weaker don't punch as much. Some stations are halfway. Sometimes they're in between. A lot of hams like to use, for example, half. So you could use a fine tune to reach the halfway point, 0.5.
Too well.
There you go.
Oh, now you're back up in God's country?
And of course, you can go back down to the 0 beat, because most stations are on the 0 beat. But sometimes you find half or quarters, or in contests it often happens, you'll have people a little off the exact kilohertz. Which is cool with this radio is that, like a desktop, you actually know the real frequency you're tuned to. Radios with BFOs that have no other digits than the kilohertz, what happens is that halfway, you don't see it, you don't know. And so you might guess if you're used to the radio, but it might also be that you're not sure if you're tuning, what frequency exactly you're tuning. And this is nice about these higher end Tecsun, like the PL990 and H-501, and even the lower end Tecsun PL330. Their frequency precision lets you see what exact frequency you're tuned to in single sideband and in different modes.
Man, especially the communists, they say that this type of government doesn't work, you're going to join us. Yeah, that was it. Well, happy New Year to you. And I also have you at 20. Gosh, 20. 15, 20, stronger than us, if you will. Kind of good, Ted. Hope you have a good week and happy New Year. A radio that I could tune in the radio telephones that they used to use on the borders and stuff, you know, the motel. Car, man. You get home, I plug it, I don't stop at the gas station, I plug it at home. So every day it's ready to go. So that's, if you want to call that a plus. Not a big deal. I didn't buy it to save the environment, man. I'm sorry to say that. I just bought it because it's a new gadget, and I wanted to try it out. Unfortunately, I mean, if it helps the environment, that's great. I'm all for it, but that wasn't my main objective. I know it might hurt some feet.
Remember that on single sideband you can choose the bandwidths. Most of the hams I'll listen to at 3.0 because most of the single sideband signals audio are about 2.8 kilohertz, 2.7 kilohertz. In some modes like FT8, if you want to decode, 3 kilohertz is the best because you get all the range of the different signals in between the main frequency and the upper sideband frequency, because FT8 you'll put yourself in upper sideband here. But if you want to have a little, avoid some neighbors and have maybe less of a high pitch audio, you can of course move the filter to 2.3, which is also very reasonable for. It will remove a little bit of the high pitch voice, but it's still reasonable for single sideband, and will remove the chances of getting interference from the neighbors.
Non, ben mes condoléances, Denis, c'est dommage, mais... Really, when I get ridiculous, I'll break out your Kentwood 2-meter 430 radio and start talking to satellite.
Another thing also is nothing prevents you from playing around with the treble and bass settings on these radios to, fit the audio that you would like to have on the radio like this.
to get through okay. 73 all the best. We will look for you again down the logbook somewhere.
Processor, the internal processor on the radio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I giving you? Alright, now I'm going to turn on the EQ that's in the radio, and I'm going to, it's all set at +5, straight across. Here we go, EQ on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what am I giving you? I can see the output went up on the amplifier.
Had a lot of work done in the last years, and what the hospital charges or the doctor charges.
You said those sort of the capacitors weren't the right.
And here we are, down. Below 3600 on the 80 meter band is Morse code, digital modes of all sorts, and so on. So often what I'll do is I'll switch upper sideband just in that area to see what I can get. Of course, you've got these modes. And this here sounds like some Olivia or something like that. You do have the Morse code practice from W1AW on 31581.5 technically, but we don't have CW mode on this. And what's nice is that you can actually use a very narrow CW filter if you want here, 0.5, and just choose a proper place where you find it nice set up. And then you can use an app and the code, Morse code. I'm going to take a tablet out here, and I think I got a Morse code decoder here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Morse decoder. And here we go. And you see that just with the microphone. So you see there's a line here. This is the Morse code we want to reach, which is here. And there we go. This is the coding here. I'm just going to put the filter wider so I can get you see there's some decoding going on. It's a little difficult because I have you hold the tablet and then put it close to the microphone. That definitely works. And of course you can make the tone different, like higher pitched. Sometimes a higher pitch works better. And then you can of course put the volume you want. You know, it's obvious that for this type of decoding, using a cable is better. But if it's quiet, you know, just using the microphone works well in general. Anyways, playing around with the Tecsun H-501 a little bit here, and it's kind of cool. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.